Hello, kids. Welcome to our English class. Today we will be exploring the features of website Adverts. Now, let's move ahead. So, I'm going to give her a name, Beth, and she's planning to host a circus show. Now, this is a question which came into her mind. How will there be more people in my show? Now, she's thinking of having an advert. Now, what do you mean by an advert? Advert as in advertisement. So, since our topic is website adverts, we are going to talk about online advertisement. Now, when we talk about online advertising, it's any type of marketing message that shows up with the help of the internet. That means it could appear in a web browser, search engine, on social media, on mobile devices, and even in emails. Now, she's planning to attract more people to come. So now, as we go into depth, children, today, first of all, we'll check our understanding, how much we already know about the lesson, for which I'm going to pose before you some statements. Whichever you think will be a part of our today's lesson, you will mark them as true. If you feel that they do not or they shouldn't be a part of our today's lesson, you will mark them as false. Now, these are some statements related to website AdWords. So before the lesson, I would like you to read them and give your judgment. What do you feel? So for this, I'm going to give you 2 minutes time. And your time has started now. I will just repeat the statements for you. It uses eye-catching, memorable pictures. It uses facts and opinions. It uses bossy, imperative verbs and strong adverbs. I hope you know about bossy verbs. It appears to us as if the words which have a commanding tone in them. So, and then it also gives a well detailed diagram for understanding. It uses a catchy phrase or caption to hook the people, attract the people. And it has given some important product information. It gives information in columns and paragraphs. So the timer is on. Now read each and every statement carefully and mark them as true or false. These are 7 statements. You can just write TF also. So I'm going to just stop the time and just keep this as an assessment before the lesson. And we'll have a glance at it once again by the end of our lesson. Now, let us see an example. How does website AdWords help to sell a product or service? So first, the importance and the aim is towards a particular type of customer. So these adverts are based upon individual customers, and it makes it appeal to the reader's personality. You cannot just make it in general terms. You need to know your customer about their preferences, their likes, their dislikes, and it also sends a positive message about the product or service. Definitely its purpose is to sell to people. So the main reason behind creating an online advertisement or a website advert is to the product for which we are creating this advert for, we want it to be sold to people. Now let's imagine this is a family, and there are quite a lot of members. You can see each one has their own preferences. Now these they want to, in Beth's circus show, they want to go for lion show, trapeze artist, rope dancers, clown show, animal show. So what do you think? Even though they are part of one family, but each one has their own taste and their own likes. All right, so these are their choices. So now if Beth has to prepare website advert, she has to keep all these likes and dislikes and their what they would like to see when they would come for her show, these things in her mind. Now, what type of things should an advert make the reader believe that they will be if they use the product? So it should make the person, the customer, the reader happier, more intelligent. Yes, you need to present all the positives, better looking, successful, healthier, less stressed. Of course, it should be, it should give you kind of relaxation, unique and special, more comfortable, fashionable, cool. What type of things do adverts promise you? Definitely, all the adverts they promise something, in exchange of, yeah, if the customer is going to go for them, they have something in return. They promise you. So they will either promise to solve all your problems. Sometimes they will make a kind of a statement before you. They will promise, they will try to show that they are the best and you won't find a better product than them. You'll be happy if you buy this product. These are the selling strategies which they mention in the advertisement. So this product will change your life. All the cool people are buying it, you will be too. You will miss out in life without it. So this is how they create the importance of it. How do adverts catch your attention and stick in your memory? Now this is very important role. This plays a pivot role in our life. How do they catch our attention? They focus on a sense, for example taste or yours, and then they cater to it. For example, if you see this burger, so they will always ask you, sometimes they will ask your preference. What do you go for? It's a veg or non-veg. Then if you will say that it is non-veg, so what do your preference is for um, whatever you would like to add them. So then some extra, the requirements. So these are the some examples which I have shown here. So this is how they focus on a taste. So whatever you would opt for, they will include. Then sometimes they also, they use humor to make you like them. There is a kind of there is a comic timing and with which they attract the customer. Then they also use positive comments made by other customers. They have a review. You can see here that this is a positive comment made by a customer that everything on your menu deserves 5 stars. Everything is so savory. So these are the comments made by the other customers, which they also use to attract our attention. Also, they ask questions to hook you in, like dreams do come true, Big Mac. This is who's excited for the free Big Mac sauce this Wednesday. Yes, yes, yes. So, this is how they pose a question. Now, these questions, they do not expect an answer. They do not expect an answer from us. These are just to create a kind of, where you are thinking, but at the same time, they will grab your attention. They use alliteration, rhyme, and wordplay to come up with catchy slogans. I'll show you an example. Don't overthink it, wing it. So, this is a kind of slogan which they have used. They have played with words to give us a catchy slogan. Now, so this is something which is really very essential when we think about website adverts, to use catchy slogans and sayings. Then so, and basically we all need to focus on the positive. We cannot have a strategy where we are focusing upon the negative and then we expect people to be attracted towards it. It's just not possible. So this is something which we need to remember. Focus on the positive. Imagine if it is a summer season and this is how it's been presented before you. Beat the heat. You see, there is a catchy slogan. There is a kind of word play. There is a rhyming scheme in this. Beat the heat. So this is how they go. McFlurry will teleport you to a whole different world. So this is a kind of saying they present in the adverts. So when we talk about catchy slogans and saying, You need to use bright colors and images to catch their attention. So the idea is to catch the attention of customers, okay, the readers. So you can see something which really attracts them. And also, yeah, you have to use a mix of facts. Definitely, we cannot rely on providing them false information. We have to be very careful when we decide to have our own website advert. We need to have a mix of facts and persuasive and exaggerated language, which means little we do speak a little extra about a product, but it's not that you are speaking something which is not true. So, like you can see this example. Stand up for a new lighter mayo, 50% less calories, 100% yum, So this is how they have, they have used facts along with little bit of exaggerated language. So, and then comes our task. So, for our today's lesson, this is your first task. So, these are some vocabulary, and you have to match them with the right meaning and the words with the meanings, and then you need to label this advert. So yeah, before we move or we go into the depth, let's just have a quick review about all the features of website adverts. Feel good words, this is really very important. I'll show you some examples like welcoming people, exciting adventures. So these are, children, you can see these are good words which they use for when they talk about website adverts or online advertisement. Then secondly, we also use a lot of superlatives. Superlatives means the cheapest deal, something which is, you have to exaggerate and you have to speak that it is as if it's simply the best. And you see, these are kind of statements, small phrases, the slogans, the saying, which they use. Third, you need to use bossy verbs and experience swimming with dolphins. So this word experience, it's a kind of imperative verb. So it's a direct verb. Explore our beautiful mountains. Again, the verb explore. So when we talk about website adverts, these are the things which we should remember. Then use questions for effect. Yeah, sometimes they do play a very important role in website adverts. Questions which makes the customer or the reader think. But again, we do not expect an answer from them. Ever experienced carnival, Here you have, this is a post question. Say another, want to swim with turtles? Again, but here they are not expecting us to go and answer them. So these questions are used for effect, okay, not for answering. Then pictures, yes, pictures they play a major role in website adverts. There you need to include pictures. Then catchy slogans, as I already told you, magnificent mountains, and so anything else which you can think of, please do share with us. If you have something else which can be a feature and which one should remember as an important feature in website adverts, please do share with us. This is your task 2. Once you finish task 1, you can go for this task. Here I have presented before you an advertisement, and based on the advertisement, there are some questions which focus upon the features of it. So try to answer them. Once you are done with this is your next task. And this is a really an interesting task because you can see this is a kind of a story and in which you need to help Sam. So, and there are some words which are there for your understanding. And then comes a challenge since we are a very serious issue is prevailing. So how we can fight with it. So based on that, there is a challenge. Please read it carefully and help Ahmad to create a wonderful website advert. So please help him to remember all the necessary features and come up with a brilliant idea. And I'm sure you can help him to do that. So, and once again, this is, you remember, we did this at the beginning of a lesson. Again, now since we know so much and we have so much of a treasure house of information related to website adverts, please remind yourself, and once again, after the lesson, do the assessment and check how far you are correct and compare the result. You know, this assessment compare before the lesson and after the lesson. So thank you so much. It was pleasure being with you all and have a fantastic day.